André Citroën had a passion for novelty. When Adolphe Kégresse presented him with the principle of half-tracks in 1920, he was immediately captivated and secured the exclusive rights to this innovation. Very quickly, demonstrations multiplied, both for military and civilian uses. From the sand of the dunes to the sand of the desert, little time will pass. After several thousand kilometers of tests, scouting and adjustments, the first great Citroën expedition was about to cross the Sahara from Touggourt to Timbuktu. 10 horsepower models of Type B2 are specially prepared to accommodate tools, spare parts, weapons, camping equipment, and even toiletries. Georges-Marie Hart, Citroën's closest collaborator, leads the expedition, assisted by Louise Audouin-Dubreuil, a specialist and enthusiast of the Sahara. They are accompanied by 5 experienced mechanics, a geographer, Paul Castelnau, an aviator lieutenant, Georges Etienne, and a guide interpreter sergeant Chapuis, not to mention Flossie, Hart's little dog, the expedition's mascot. The 5 cars named Golden Scarab, Silver Crescent, Flying Turtle, Crawling Caterpillar, and Track Ox each carry 2 men. On December 17, 1922, the departure is somewhat solemn and military, as always at the time on great occasions, in the presence of the Governor-General of Algeria. The expedition is not without risk, as the desert, although French territory, is still largely unexplored and has never, in any case, been crossed by a small group of automobiles. It will be 3,200 kilometers of trials and feats for both men and machines. They must cross high dunes with fine and shifting sand, valleys and gorges, plains swept by winds, lands where it never rains, and where any navigational error, any deviation from the path can be a deadly danger. Despite everything, the route is marked by stages that offer explorers moments of discovery or wonder that also motivate their journey, welcoming oases where one can stroll through markets, festivals, dances, and sometimes even a bit of tourism. But make no mistake, aside from these few moments of respite, the expedition is not a walk in the park. Most of the time, you have to camp in unknown places, stay vigilant to face any eventuality, drive at night or very early to avoid the heat after freezing nights, and of course, maintain the cars, map out the routes, manage the fuel reserves. The last day of the year is spent in Tinzaouaten, where a meeting has been arranged with a supply group. Such reunions in such a place, and for New Year's Eve, that surely deserves a glass of champagne. On the way to Niger, the landscape changes. Grassy steppe, forest, river, and again, new encounters, new dances, new images. After 20 days and 3,200 kilometers, on January 7th, the expedition reaches Timbuktu, welcomed by the regional commander galloping at the head of his staff, but also and especially by a delighted and curious crowd celebrating its adventurers in their funny machines. Symbolic gesture, Georges-Marie Hart, always elegant and of great presence, hands over to the authorities the first trans-Saharan automobile postal mail entrusted to him by the Undersecretary of State for Post and Telegraph. Mission accomplished, the expedition, to drive the point home, will retrace the route in reverse. André Citroën himself, accompanied by Madame and Engineer Kégresse, will make a point of personally meeting those who had so well defended his colors. For that was, of course, part of the challenge, to ensure additional glory for the brand. In front of the camera, they undoubtedly made an effort to play out these reunions with plenty of arm-waving and embraces. But the pride and joy were very real, and the achievement undeniable. New routes were opened, and it was the double chevron brand that marked the achievement. The impact would be worldwide, and Citroën was not going to stop there.